Nature. Hi, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Nikki.
We're fascinated by how other people live.
So we're gonna try and find some really interesting living situations.
And live there, experiencing a totally different lifestyle.
To see which ones will bring us closer together.
Or push us further apart.
This week, we're living on a ranch. This is what ranches look like.
It's thousands of acres.
It's huge.
I'm Jean.
I'm Eric.
And we're here at the Cold Creek Ranch, and we've been on this ranch for 12 years.
The idea here is to apply everything we know to manage the land for its best health. Not for the cattle's health, for the land's health.
And then the cattle's health will follow.
Lifestyle on a ranch, to me, sounds like you're wearing cowboy boots and you're using those cowboy boots to step in horse shit all day long.
I've never lived in any sort of ranch or farm or wild countryside in the wild, wild west. Wild?
We're our own water company, our own electric company. Only one part of the ranch has real electricity.
A typical day could start out shoeing a horse, and because of something happening, 2 hours later you might be repairing a water line. It's all over the place all the time.
All I know about ranches is what I've seen on TV and movies. Not a great frame of reference. I feel like I'm gonna meet a farmhand and fall in love with him while he carries hay bales and I sit inside drinking tea in like a ridiculous pink dress.
A lot of people get excited about ranches. I don't get it. I don't think horses are cool. I don't think cows are cool. I don't like the idea of ranches. I like barbecue. Look at this beautiful door. Is that a horsefoot knocker?
Yes.
Yep.
Use it.
That's actually Trampus's.
Nikki and I, we live in a lot of different places that all feel like the 21st century. This feels like it's from the late 1800s. That wood-burning stove in there is amazing.
This is the only heat we've got.
Oh my goodness.
You only have to heat this house about 3 weeks out of the year. The rest of the time you're trying to cool it off.
Yeah.
I've lived my entire life in cities. This is gonna be a very, very different lifestyle. I'm pretty scared.
This is the living room, although there's got to be a better name for it than that. We're turning it into a library. The woodwork is all made by local joiners who really know their craft.
Yeah.
It's hard to join something that's not straight. I'm going to show you the way upstairs.
We have the Western room and the Africa room. You guys can choose, flip a coin, whatever you want to do, decide who gets which room.
Do they join?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Oh,
It's a shared bathroom in between them.
this is perfect.
And so this is the Africa room.
Wow.
We have spent a lot of time in Africa.
To be honest, that thing freaks me out a little bit. I mean, it's very beautiful, but the eyeballs. So you can have this room.
That's fine.
I think this is gonna require a lot of like early mornings and labor. I am probably gonna look like a real stupid city kid. I'm not gonna know how anything works.
I'm really nervous about this ranch. Hopefully we can rely on each other instead of feeling burdened by one another.
I don't think it will bode well for our relationship.
Well, we're going to head on up the telephone trailer. This is something I do usually once a day because there is no cell phone coverage down at the bottom of this canyon.
So many people now think of a landscape as just sort of a backdrop. It has nothing to do with anything they do in their lives. And they come away from here generally with a very, very vivid idea of just how involved we are with our landscape. It's a lifestyle. It is not a career in that sense.
It blew my mind that you could own all of the land to basically the horizon.
We got to see as much of the property as we could from one vantage point, which is crazy because that's something like 10,000 acres.
They only have to conserve electricity at night for like 6 weeks out of the year. And we just happened to be here during one of those weeks.
We cooked dinner in the dark, which was a little scary because I was working with knives, but still have all my fingers. Tomorrow should be a full day of work, and it's really like whatever the ranch needs taken care of tomorrow is whatever we will tend to.
Let's go say goodnight to Nikki. Okay, goodnight, Nikki.
Good night.
Sleep tight. I'm just gonna be
Right over there.
in there with my door open so the heat stays. Okay.
Good night.
Oh, are you okay?
No, it wasn't my head, that was the thing.
Okay.
It's about 7-ish a.m. and I think it's raining, so I don't know what that means for today, but we might have to change our plans.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Thank you for breakfast.
Thank you so much for breakfast.
There's the solar panels. They're not gonna get much electricity today.
We've made some alternative arrangements depending on how up to learning how to shoe a horse you are.
How many horses did you say you got up here?
There's 4 in here now, but we got 3 more up on top and then a whole bunch of strays over on the other side of the ranch.
Get out of here. Leave me alone.
Garrett's taller than the horse.
I'm gonna feed you.
we had to switch to plan B, which involved taking care of the horses. That was kind of an opportunity that Eric and Jean had to do tasks that they don't usually have time to do. She didn't choose me.
This is Sugar right here, the deep red one.
You're so pretty. Sugar needs a new pair of shoes.
More than 2 pairs.
2 pairs of shoes.
So one of the main purposes of trimming horses' feet is to make sure that fingernail gets trimmed back so it doesn't interfere with proper movement. Now I push the tang away from me and use only the coarse side. Pulling is easier than pushing. And you go around like that until you shape it. You'll see there's a white line here. You don't want to go any closer in than that. But that's how we're going to do it.
Come on. Been wrestling with Sugar for a little while now. It's tough working with this gigantic animal that could kill you if it wanted. Come on. This horse doesn't even know what's good for it. This is gonna be so much nicer. Come on.
Yeah, all right. Hi again. Hello. It's cold. I can't feel my hands. I'm out here for like an hour, I think, and we've done 2 of Sugar's feet. It's like a pedicure.
Looks like half of a coconut.
What?
It does, doesn't it look like half of a coconut?
No.
I'm gonna confess something that may not be that surprising. These are my first time putting on chaps.
Well, your first problem is pronouncing it correctly. It's chaps, not chaps.
Chaps.
Chaps are British dudes.
So this is to protect us from horse nails.
Yes.
In this case, yeah.
Can you help me? Garrett and I have just been working all day, but we've been working together. So I think, you know, we're enjoying each other's company.
Ooh, how's that?
Good.
We were doing things way outside our comfort zone, so it was really nice to have a friend check in on me to make sure I was good.
How do I look?
Great, like $1 million. How do I look?
Fine.
All right.
You look like your chaps are too short. Will you?
Mine? Yeah.
So the trick is to drive the nail in such a way that it goes through, get a good chunk of the hoof without cutting into the quick, and still enough coming out the other side that you can crimp it.
I don't have enough hands for this. I just keep missing. Oh, my hands. This is tough stuff, and I feel like a total weenie, but it's rewarding, I guess. Like, this is part of taking care of your horses.
How you doing? Ready? You want another one? Eric said when he came out to this land, he'd shoot 8 horses a day of filing and nailing it in, and oh my God, it's a lot of work. You got it, Nikki, keep at it.
I'm half covered in poop. I can't believe we did so little in 4 hours. We gave her 2 shoes because we were taking too long and she was getting fussy.
My hands are so tired I can't even hold a hammer anymore. If I swing a hammer, it's gonna fly out of my hand. If I had to do this by myself, I don't know what I would do. I guess I'd shoe a horse with 1 shoe a day.
After lunch, we oiled saddles.
That sucked.
We are going to be doing annual maintenance on our working stock saddles.
Should I take off my cute socks?
Yeah.
Well, you could actually use your cute socks to oil with.
I'm gonna go change my socks.
You just go ahead and put some oil on the sponge and just sponge it in.
Okay.
How do you know you've done enough?
Well, the oil soaks right in, but you can see the difference.
So far, it's just a lot of work with your hands, huh?
Pretty much.
Yeah, manual labor.
There's like a latitude here. I guess I'm more used to like a precision for everything you have to do, but here there's really a latitude of like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Which is what you need to survive out here.
It is a hard life out here, and now I totally get it when Eric says it doesn't matter what day it is. They do what they have to do, and they do what the ranch demands. It's been like, what, a few hours now?
Couple hours anyway.
Couple hours. I think we're done. I'm done.
I wish I were done.
Garrett's not done. Just a lot of work.
Yep.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of work just to be able to work.
My body is sore. When I was sitting there oiling the saddles, I kind of noticed my leg was hurting, and I found like a gnarly bruise. Here's the bruising. It's kind of blue. Pretty gross.
Today was just like a grueling day, and it wasn't even like as grueling as it could have been because of the rain.
We still have another early morning ahead of us tomorrow. Maybe the cows, if the weather permits it. We're not done yet.
Night.
Good night, Iggy.
Good job with the
horse.
Thanks. It's the morning of day 3. It doesn't look like it's raining, so let's go see some cows.
What we'd like to do is show the cows that we have some additional supplement for them right now.
It's like a heavy med ball, you know?
Well, you get your exercise this way, I can guarantee you.
How many cows do we need to lure in order for this to be successful?
Oh, we got 50 last time.
You're looking at probably 30 right now, you can see.
I don't see any cows.
Two right on the horizon there. And
Yes.
on the ridge line.
Oh, okay, and then I see a third one there.
Another one down there.
Okay, so that's 3.
Hey, cows!
Literally, hey cows.
Yep, I just do like this to kind of broadcast.
Hey cows!
That was good.
You should try, Garrett.
Hey, cows!
All right, we're coming.
It's like Chewbacca. How long do we do this for?
Till they come around.
Till they come?
This is the other lesson you get from ranching is patience.
Yeah, I'm noticing that one. Hey cows! It's been like half an hour, 45 minutes of calling cows out here, and we think it's too cold, and they've kind of settled in for the day.
You did a good job though. You got them moving. You got them starting.
Yeah, we got some progress made, but not a whole lot.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Nikki. Bye.
Oh my God, this is one of the most difficult living experiences I've ever had.
It took so long to get out to where the cows are, and it's so hard, and you've just got to be doing it for the good of the cows, for the good of the land, and to survive.
Gene and Eric took care of us very, very well. But taking part in a tiny part of their lives has exhausted me. It's physically challenging, but it's also mentally challenging.
I thought it was going to be Nikki and I barely hanging on and kind of looking to each other for some sort of strength, but Nikki was so strong, shoeing the horses and calling the cattle and doing everything.
There was no time for Garrett and I to be annoyed with each other or to piss each other off. We were shoeing a horse, and when he couldn't do it anymore, I had to step in and do it. And when I couldn't do it anymore, he would step back in and do it.
At the end of the day, we were just there for each other. This landscape can get really lonely, so it was great to have her there.
It's only been 3 days, and I feel like my body's falling apart.
It's so hard to live out here, and I have so much respect for the people who do it.
Say bye to the Africa room.
Bye, Africa room.
Next week
On Home Buddies.
Earthships.
It sounds a little highfalutin and hippy-dippy. There's a garage with like plants in it.
I think they grow their own vegetables. That's kale.
Hear birds?
There's birds.
There's birds. This is fascinating.
We're doing a pretty bad job, but we're learning.